doing? How you doing? How you doing? Child, I done laid in this bed and didn't do anything. It's just terrible how I feel guilty resting. But I did do a little bit. I ain't do what I wanted to do in my head. So I just wanted to show y'all. So I probably gonna put this on my teacher channel. So okay, so give this video a thumbs up. I'm gonna show you what I created for my class. Did I really need to create it? No, I didn't. It's just extra. But then it's like creating closed notes. So I think that's what they call them. Creating notes, and some kids have accommodations where they want you to provide notes, and I typically don't do that because I provide Google Slides. So every week I create Google Slides. But baby, we tried to administer the state standardized testing and the system was shut down. Could you imagine? You have thousands and thousands and thousands of kids sitting there waiting to take a state standardized test and the system doesn't pop up. Nobody can log in. So they postponed the test for another week until they worked out all the kinks. And I was doing some research. These companies that are in charge of administering this test, they may be fined either hundreds of thousands of dollars or millions of dollars. Better believe me. So we sat in the room from 8 o'clock to 11:45, just sat there. So until they just said it's over with. So we waited to the lunch bell. Better believe me. But I had a pretty good group of kids, so we just worked out. And so I had this vision in my head. I always have these ideas in my head. I don't know where they come from. I really don't. Sometimes it's terrible. Is that because my brain doesn't shut up? It should be like, quiet. You know, it just keeps going and going and going and going with these ideas and stuff. So I'm just like, and sometimes I'm thinking about it when I'm in bed. It just doesn't quiet. And sometimes I feel as though that's a curse sometimes, because it's just like, stop talking to me. Stop talking. I don't want to. I just want to rest. And it just keeps talking. It's like my brain is a computer that just doesn't shh. And I'm like, come here. Listen. Just be quiet so I get some sleep. And it just doesn't work. I'm like, listen. Let me tell you something. I'm saying, come here. It was terrible. So anyway, we don't want Miss Anderson, my sister teacher, we don't want to start the new unit until they take the STAR test. So, you know, it's just drill and kill at this point. You know, be like, we got to do that again. I was like, but how many did you miss the last time? So yes, we're going to keep doing it because practice makes improvement. Because obviously nobody's perfect, period. You know, I was outside watering some plants or something, and those mosquitoes tore me up, child. They tore me up. Oh, baby. Listen. Calm down. Okay? So I created this for my class. So we're starting a new unit after the STAR test. We're supposed to take it on Tuesday, but we'll see how that goes. And I wanted to create close notes. I don't know what you call them. Honestly, I don't. Well, it's like provide notes for the kids. But sometimes when you provide the notes, they just take the notes and they don't do anything with it and it gets lost. So you leave little blank spots that they have to fill in based on what's in the book. And so I took stuff directly from the textbook, but I wanted to create something that was hip-hoppy. You know, I call myself the ghetto teacher. It is what it is. Oh my gosh, the example I gave the other day, the whole class was laughing. Oh my God. It was funny because I was trying to describe my hair, you know, in the back, and as it was swaying from left to right, and the curls and the colors and so anyway, listen. So I'm sorry, my brain is just different. Okay, so I have a thing for graffiti. I love graffiti. I don't know the group of kids I teach are into graffiti. They're probably not, but it is what it is. So, and I have a few artists in my class. Sometimes they walk in my class, the first thing they take out is a sketchbook. Put it away. Because you're missing most of these state standardized test examples anyway. So should you be coloring or should you be reading? Put it away. Put it away. Right? Put it away. What you got that out for? This not art class. So anyway, I still think about those things because I know I like to dabble with the little coloring and the drawing and stuff a little bit. So I always like to weave some artwork in with my lessons. But I don't know, it just seems like this year has been crazy, as we all know. So I created a little pamphlet of the whole chapter of persuasive writing. And so I created this. I did a little graffiti theme, and I didn't do it in Photoshop, or else I could have been a little more creative with it. And so I want them to have the opportunity to color this in, and then they take their little notes or whatever. You know, we talk about voice, tone, and claim, because you have claim, what is the author's claim, and rhetoric, which is the word choice. I'm not going to do a lesson. And so I created this, and it matches their disposable textbook. And then the inside, there's the vocabulary, there's a vocabulary activity, and then there's some grammar, a grammar activity, and then we have some other stuff on the inside. This is my Bitmoji, and I took the color away. I deleted the color of the Bitmoji so they could color the Bitmoji in, and then they could color. So we have an essential question, something about space exploration, where the author is trying to convince people that it's important to go into space for whatever reason. So they pick out the different styles of persuasive techniques that the author uses, blah, blah, blah. So I want them to draw a picture of how they envision space exploration. And then we have the back. These are some in-depth questions that they really have to think about on the back of the foldable. They can use additional paper if they choose to do so. And so these are deeper questions that goes with the text in the textbook. So is this something that I had to do? Absolutely not. I hope I'm not blurry, y'all. Some people like to read and they like to doodle. Some people like to do it and listen to music. Some people like to draw pictures and stuff. And so this will, you know, get to all the people who are visual learners, people who love the color, people who love to draw, people who just want to keep it black and white and keep it, you know, to that. But the goal is to color this and make it visually appealing as they're doing it, because there's a connection between the doodle and the thinking and the reading, and all that plays a part. So I just wanted to see and test it out if it was worth it. You know, first time coming up with this and what I was gonna do, it probably took me a couple of hours, but once I figured out the format, I sketched everything out. So I sketched out this whole thing while we were waiting for Star. So, you know, I was just like, let me draw. I asked one of the ladies, can you go to my room? Because I don't test it. My room, you can't use my room for state standardized testing because it's not set up. It's not a traditional classroom seating set up. So my room is not used for testing at all. So I was in another teacher's room. I was like, we just sitting here at this point. I gave the kids scratch paper. Why don't y'all draw something? And oh my God, there's one kid in my class. He was so funny. He's actually a virtual student. So the virtual students had to come to school for the state standardized test. They couldn't take that at home, honey. All their parents would have been taking that test, baby. And so it was so fun. I was like, I wish I had him this year, you know, in the classroom, because he was so funny. Sometimes you have some funny kids, and sometimes they can make class enjoyable. Sometimes you have a funny kid who's obnoxious and they don't know when to shut it off. But he was just funny, because then you can hear, I left the door open and you can hear some of the conversations going on with some of the teachers and the principal. He was like, quiet. I think they're fighting now, quiet. He was like, okay, they're done now. I mean, he was just so funny. I just loved him. And I love kids who have big personalities like mine, because I don't meet too many of them. And it's so crazy that kids walk up to me, hi, Miss Bazzle. I'm like, hi. And I am so sick of the mask, because I think my biggest asset, you know, I clean up well. I don't think I look good or anything. I just clean up well. And I will say the one thing I do have the bomb personality. Purr, purr. My smile, you know, I miss smiling at the kids and showing my joy, my love, my kindness. I just miss all that. And the highlight of my day, and I know I've said this before, so pretend like you're hearing it for the first time, is chasing those kids down the hall. I will run, but my toe has been busted up. It does feel a little better today, so I've been trying to walk normal. But baby, even when I was sitting here, I hit it. Woo, that pain that shot up. So, but when I come home, I really do try to stay off my foot. But at school, child, they see you sitting down, you in trouble. Principal came up, yes. So, but my toe is doing a little better. It's still swollen and it's painful. If somebody hits it, ooh, somebody hit it today, ooh, baby. And Sydney, Bobby and Sydney were in my room. Sydney decided to lay on my bed, baby, and she moved her foot. I start talking to y'all, honey, and I don't know when to stop talking. So I will try. I just been tired lately, so I really have not been vlogging at all. I haven't vlogged no outfits, and then with my foot being messed up, I've only been wearing my ratchet sandals to school. So who wants to put on a cute outfit and then you put on ratchet sandals? So with that said, this weekend I may go to DSW. I hate shopping. I'm not going to the mall to look for nobody's shoes. Do you have DSW where you guys live? So I may go to DSW and look for a pair of sandals. That's what I'll probably do. I haven't put on some shoes since my little toe has gone in another direction. So I'm hoping with a couple more days I'll be able to get back on it. And I want to start running again. Busted. Anyway, with that said, honey, I'm still going to go on living. I'm still going to go on being creative and special and different. That's not going to change whether you like or you don't. It'd be nice if you do though, all right? All right.